Good day, guys. So, welcome again to this week analysis of the market. Like in our usual custom, like on this channel, like we always do, we look at what the market did last week, and then also try to see project what the market is likely to do for the new week. My name is Adelola Shokoya. If this is your first time of coming to my channel, I want to welcome you. And please ensure you click the like button, and also subscribe to the channel and also leave a comment. All right. So welcome once again. So like in our usual, manner on this channel, I always like to look at the DXY, and like I always say, the dollar is the currency of the world. So it's very important for us to look at it and look at what the dollar is likely to do. So this last week I just finished, we saw the dollar bottom around 99, around that area. If you look at the weekly, chart, so the previous week we saw a breakout. As you can see, I already have my my counter trend line, that coincide with this minor support. So we saw this big gigantic bearish this bearish candlestick that broke out from this zone, from this minor support, and broke down all the way to around 99.7. So but this past week price bounced up from here. So what I'm expecting price to do, normally when you have a massive breakout like we have to the downside, either to the downside or to the upside, I normally I expect price to retest, and this is exactly what price did last week. So we had a retest. I think I mentioned this the previous week that we are might likely have a retest of this support, because if you pay attention, you will notice that this support has been a very strong support for some time. So it's a major support within a major zone. So therefore, it's important that price come back to test. And don't forget technical 101. A broken support becomes what? A new resistance. So now price is testing this as a resistance, no longer as a support, because it's been acting as a support for so long. As you can see, we have almost like about price test this place. It's the first time we went back all the way, came back to test it, and then it went back all the way about 3 times. So this was actually acting as a triple bottom before we have this break with this bearish engulfing candle. So I expect price to do this week. As we already test this is gonna act more like a resistance, like I said, because since anytime support is broken, that support becomes a resistance, and anytime you have anytime your resistance is broken, the resistance becomes a support. So this is now acting as a resistance. So we are likely to have something that looks like this. Price might likely pull back, and then before we have this break to this zone. Don't forget that price move from zone to zone, right? So that is that about DXY. So let's check what gold is doing. I think I dropped on the Telegram group. I can't remember, except I check later. I think I dropped a signal during the week for gold. Those in the Telegram group can testify to that. And if you have not joined our Telegram group, it's free. The traders about Telegram. I'm going to be leaving the link in the description below. Ensure you join us. Like I always like to say, as a Forex trader or as a stock trader or crypto trader, whatever it is that you trade, you want to be around, other traders. You want to be in a community of traders, people that are going to the same place where you're going. So, and that's why we set up that free Telegram group. So in the description below, I'm going to be dropping that link. Ensure you join us. All right. So having said that, we saw gold also. We have a pullback. First of all, what we had was, I think this was on Tuesday. Yes, if I'm actually on the daily time frame. It was on Tuesday we had this break. I think I took a buy around there. I was in a buy around there, around from this support. As soon as I saw this support formed, if I go on the 4-hour time frame, I think I took that buy on gold on one of my accounts. Yes, that's just about it. As you can see, I enter a buy around there, and then I follow that trade up to this area. I was expecting price to come to this area, because my target was actually this zone around 1995, 1995. But we had a pullback. I think I now trade that price. When I saw the support, I came out around this zone, this area. So from that particular trade. So for gold, just like DSY, there's a resistance around there that gold has tried for so long. If I pull this, and I think price just pierced it. We had a little pierce, from this resistance that is not acting as a support. So since there's a closing in, price closing a little bit on Friday, as you can see, this last candlestick that closed on Friday. So we might see a little pullback probably into this support, and before this support that coincide with this counter trend line. I purposely didn't want this counter trend line. I left it there because I want to see how price is going to react around this. I want to see how price is likely to actually react around the. Let me get my pen. I want to actually get. I'm trying to look for my pen. Okay, yeah. I want to see how price will react. Around this this area, where this counter trend like coincide with this support, with this new support. So I expect price to actually bounce from there. If price gets there, and then we can probably continue that trend to the upside. All right. So so that's that for gold. And also, don't forget, like I always say about gold, because of the way the dollar is, because of the inflation in the US and the way the dollar is behaving this way, we've been seeing that the dollar has been falling, the DXY has been falling. So there's a lot of money flowing to gold and Bitcoin. Folks looking for safe haven where they can keep their money against inflation, against the inflation happening in the US. So and for the long run, for me, I'm looking at gold, for the long run, gold and Bitcoin to be bullish, because of investors looking for where to put their money away from the dollar. All right. So I would say that let's look at what Bitcoin is doing. So Bitcoin has been battling with this, like we said last week. Bitcoin has actually been battling with this around this area. This area where we are just marked out. As I can see, I already have it marked out. So we'll be having this zigzag around this area. So, and right now, price is, heavily sitting on the support. So most likely we might actually, it's possible that we break to the downside, the way the way price is heavily sitting on this support around 29,700. So we might likely break the support and come to this. I'm expecting if we break this support, we might likely come to this area around that 26,000. So for now, I'm keeping my eyes on Bitcoin. And like I always say, if you've listened to me on this channel, for Bitcoin, I'll be doing a lot of DCA. Anytime I see a pullback, I buy more. DCA, the word DCA means dollar cost averaging. So I've been keeping my eye on Bitcoin. I don't trade Bitcoin on the I don't do daily trading with Bitcoin. I buy to hold in anticipation of next year Bitcoin halving. Before I start selling Bitcoin, probably end of next year into 2025. All right. So I would say that let's look at what EU is doing. So we have the previous week, I think this was on Friday. We closed it. Okay, this is Friday. I'm talking about the two weeks ago. We actually had this big bullish engulfing candle that pop up from here, from this after this breakout from this resistance. That trend keeps pushing up, especially if you look at since we broke out from here. If you've been following my signals on the Telegram group and the WhatsApp group, I've been super bullish on EURUSD since we broke out from this counter trend line. But now we are experiencing a pullback. And for me, the EURUSD is still super bullish for me as far as I'm concerned. And what we're having right now is just a pullback. It's just, as you can see on the weekly time frame, that we just have like almost 50% pullback of this bullish engulfing candle that broke out from this resistance that EURUSD has been banning for so long. So I expect price to find the bottom probably on this resistance that will turn to support, I expect price to come in and sit probably on Monday and Tuesday, because we are likely to see price to push down a little bit more and form a support on 1.106, before we continue that uptrend. All right, that's for EURUSD. So for me, I actually took some sell. Actually, if you're in the Telegram, if you're my Telegram group and the WhatsApp group, I think I posted that sell. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I don't know if I probably I'll post it later. So I took a sell when I saw this. When I saw that's price broke the support. I took a sell from around there. If I go to the 4-hour time frame, I actually posted that on the Telegram and the WhatsApp group. When I took that sell. So, but I expect price to, like I said, to this week, I'll be staying out from sale. I'll be waiting for price to form a support around this area, 1.106 for a real before I start taking buy again, because I expect that buy move to continue for a USD. So for pounds USD, it's almost like the same. Pounds USD on the other hand is already sitting on a broken resistance, as you can see. We broke up from this resistance at 1.28, some couple of weeks ago. And then we came all the way to 1.31. Now we have a pullback and the price is sitting at 1.28 again, which is, don't forget, like I said earlier on DXY, that a broken resistance turned to a new support. So now we are sitting on the support. This broken resistance is now acting as a support. If I see price break further down, probably I'll be considering sell. I took some sell on pounds USD and I'm out on sell on pounds USD. So, but then for this week, I'll actually be waiting for either a break of this support or a bounce off from this support. So because pounds USD is also bullish like EURUSD, so I actually expect a bounce off from this support, or we might break this support and come and test this new support. There's also support around 1.27 before we see a bounce to the upside, and price continue to move up to the upside. Now, and that brings me to this point. If you want to be able to analyze a market like this, the way I've been analyzing, as you can see, what we teach at the Traders Above community, what I teach on the Traders Above community is your ability to understand price action. As you can see, if you are new and have been following from the onset of this video, you will see that you didn't see any. I've not talked about any indicator. So what you have been looking at is just purely price action. Your ability to to analyze the market, just based on just price action, and that's exactly what you have been doing so far. So, and as if you notice that, I've looked at DXY, I've looked at gold, I've looked at Bitcoin. Now we are looking at currency. So the beauty of understanding price action is the ability of you, or as a trader, to be able to trade in any market. You can trade stock, you can trade any market, you can trade crypto, you can trade currency, you can trade indices. There's nothing you can't trade. And that's what we have done at the Traders Above community. I've put together a course, a training course that you can take, that will take you, even if you have never traded before, to take you from a novice to a pro. And and right now we are running the promo at 30% off. So I'll be dropping the link in the description below. Ensure you click and and get your copy. All right. Thank you. So let's move on to, I will be rounding up now. I want us to look at EURUJPY quickly. From EURUJPY, then we go to, I think we're rounding on pounds JPY. So the JPY appears has been doing pretty well. If you remember last week, I said the Japanese indices have not been doing well this year, and then we pull back. We bounce up from here around 769, where we form a new support. The previous support was around there, around 774.6, but we now form a new support at 7.69, and then we saw a push up from there to this to 796.6. Now sellers have come back into the market, as you can see, and price is coming down back, and that's why if you notice, the GJ has been EURUJPY, like I mentioned earlier. EURUJPY and pounds JPY, has remained super bullish. They've been super bullish since we're having that fall from JPY index, from the JPY index to the EURUJPY and the pounds JPY and all the JPY pairs. even Aussie JPY, same thing. So for Euro JPY, we saw this, after we saw that pullback from the JPY index, we saw this massive move. We saw a support formed around there. A support formed around there, and the price has been pushing up ever since. So I expect price to continue that move as long as the JPY index, keep pushing down. All right. So there's a resistance that price is battling here. I actually expect, the long run for Euro JPY to break this, this resistance. And if you go to the weekly time frame, okay, let's check for clarity purpose. Let's check the monthly time frame. I actually expect price for us to see a massive breaking. As you can see, the all-time high for Euro JPY is around this area. So if we see a breaking into this zone on the monthly time frame, we might see a push up to this point. So, but for now, I'll be keeping my fingers crossed and be watching out for buy setup. As long as the Euro JPY is concerned, I'll be watching out for buy setup for Euro JPY. I'll be keeping away from from selling because this pair has been very super bullish. The same thing goes with the pound JPY. If you notice, I already have my my drawings for the new week, waiting for, as you can see, I expect a pullback after this push to come and test this trend line before we continue the uptrend for pounds JPY. All right. So so that will be it for this week. So like I always say, we want to be in a community. So I'll be dropping a free Telegram group. Ensure you join us. Also, our course in is live, and then we are offering 30% off. Ensure you buy, you get one. Also, I forgot to say earlier, for our course, for our Forex mastery course, once if a one-time payment, you are not paying anything after once you pay, and then you have access to the course for life. You can always go back to the videos for reference purpose, whether you are a new trader, whether you have been trading and you have been struggling, you have not been making withdrawal, that course is going to help you a lot. All right. Also, ensure you subscribe to our channel, to this channel, and like and comment. I'm going to be seeing you in the next video. Do have a beautiful trading week. Thank you.